I'm a Franco-Argentinian visual artist. I grew up outside of Paris, and before fully committing to a career as an artist 20 years ago, I studied advertising and multimedia in Buenos Aires. I took art workshops from the age of 12, though I didn't study fine arts at university. Art is a reflection of life, so I believe that everything one experiences and the conditions in which we live ultimately influences our art, even when it happens unconsciously. My work is strongly grounded in my personal life experiences. Regarding my background, I think it makes me more open to exploration and experimentation within the processes inherited to my practice. While it is rooted in painting, I've always been keen on venturing into other mediums. I've lived in Paris, Buenos Aires, and London, and traveled extensively. I identify as both French and Argentinian. In my particular case, I've always had a sense of belonging everywhere. These experiences naturally influence my work as they do shape who I am. However, I avoid becoming too attached to a specific label or identifier, whether they are national or gender-based. I prefer my art to move freely between them. My work is a reflection on memory and identity. It all starts from personal memories, yet the outcome is a reflection of the here and now. This process involves an ongoing abstraction, which I believe transforms those personal and intimate memories into something universal. Inspiration can come from very different places. For me, it mostly comes from my own personal memories, experiences, what I sift, and how I engage with what's going on in the world. I admire many artists, and I'm definitely influenced by contemporary art as I am constantly exposed to it, but I wouldn't pinpoint any particular artist as a sole influence. I have a connection with Onkawara, particularly in the way I draw attention to a passage through time. I have an almost compulsive need to archive, shelter, and recover encapsulated fragments of life. I like to confront reality, suggesting a symbolic relationship between our past and our present. Life understood not as a then versus now, but as an inescapable circle of time and memory. At the moment, I'm mostly doing abstract paintings, or at least that is the visual outcome. In truth, the work lies in the intersection between figuration and abstraction. My most recent series, Memory Prints, references the animal patterns used in the fashion industry. The black line searched from the remaining bits of dual personal analog photographs that I couldn't bring myself to throw away. Thus, I did some collages on paper and later tore off the glued pictures, which revealed numerous patterns, the vestiges of those stories. Then, through layering colors and shapes, I somehow transform and connect those memories with feelings, just like a dream is not precise, but rather a turmoil of emotion. The visual result is playful and joyful, very bold in colors and intricate in meanings. I'm questioning your art all the time. That loop of self-doubt and satisfaction that proves to be useful, but sometimes quite exhausting. Then getting caught up in labels and, selling. Networking, definitely pay more attention and make more use or better use of networking. Being skilled at this is at least equally as important as being talented. My practice, rooted in painting, expands to encompass video, collage, drawing, ceramics, and installations. I enjoy working in all those different mediums, choosing them based on how I believe they can best portray the intended message. However, working with paint is what excites me the most. I like working with the multiple layers overlapping different materials such as ink, watercolor, graphite, acrylic, and oil. It brings depth into my compositions, and it follows the natural order of how I approach my creative endeavor. I always have to have music at my studio, and sometimes I listen to an audiobook or podcast. The main reaction people have from my work is being genuinely happy. I hope that when people look at my work, they can feel compelled and find themselves in a more contemplative and introspective state. Ultimately, I just want them to enjoy the art for themselves and be present in the moment.